Ghana must work. Ghana must work. Ghana must work. Things have to stop.
Where I'm the host and I tend to be analytically critical. Taking critical disposition with some of the initiatives or some contents out there about our country, government, and policies.
Okay, so in a way, it's just all because of the love of the country, yeah?
Oh yes.
Okay, let me ask you. When did you start that? When did you realize you need to start a program like that? Because for me, it's been I've always monitored you. The content, I've always enjoyed it. And I've always... So tell us, when did you start that? When did you start?
The issue is this, some we're going to say, are you a politician or no? We are all politicians.
We're all political
Every individual, the guy on the street is a politician.
Political animals there.
We are all political animals.
And even some of them are even no more high-class political animals anymore.
So we argue among ourselves. We give our views and opinions on matters, decisions made by our leaders, our government officials, and it amounts to nothing because it's just among ourselves. So I thought the need for us to have a platform where these views or counter views to what is prevailing can be available to Ghanaians to consume, because we believe NSG News or NSG TV is a neutral media for Ghana and people. And in a democratic nation where democracy, where it comes from, says is for the people, by the people, of the people. So we thought there's a need to have a media outlet that is of the people, by the people, for the people, and that's what NSG News is for.
So now let me ask you. So now, what do you like? Do you see any hitches or any problem with the Ghanaian media generally? For which reason you have also decided that no, let me also go another way so I can punch
yes.
the same spots that need to be punched.
Emphatically, yes. Especially the hot seat, it's Ghana and people by us.
Okay.
So again, if we go into the mainstream media, as we will put it, there's this biasness that I see where, for instance, sometimes interviews, let me use this gentleman for a moment, Nana Kwame Bediako, who wants to become a president. I listened to some of the questions he's asked and I'm wondering why. I asked the gentleman, what are you going to do to fix the roads? What are you going to do to police the country? Those are the things that people want. But if you go asking him, Accra anthem, I'm an academician. I schooled at Accra Academy. And
so are you telling me Ghanaian journalists ask such questions?
I've heard them ask questions and I'm wondering, what is that question for? How is that going to benefit Ghana?
The person wants to be a president of this country.
Yes.
And he should sing Accra
anthem.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Is that? I'm very sure.
No, you are lying.
I don't lie.
You need to prove that for me. Ghanaian journalists.
I can pick my phone and show it to you. Is that?
Ghanaian journalists.
Yes.
So if
today, a very renowned one, of course.
If today I want to contest for any position to fight for this country, somebody will ask me why I should sing my primary school anthem. Is that journalists in this country?
Possibly that will happen to you.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
Anyway,
and that best question in my mind to say, I'm expecting you to ask the gentleman that you want to become a president.
How are you going to
Okay, what are your plans? These are the problems of Ghana we know. Ghanaians are saying policing is not working, the roads are not in order, electricity is neither here or there. All these things should be questions that should be posed to the gentleman so that he can tell them how he's going to fix these problems. So I felt, I don't get it, why it should be that way. So that's what energy is for. And we make, somebody will say we are political, but we are non-partisan.
No, to be frank with you, if you ever heard this, anybody asking somebody, a presidential candidate,
yes, he was asked,
an independent candidate, and you are asking him to sing Accra, what bearing does that have on the man's aspiration to become?
Sir, I'm telling you, he was asked.
Ghanaian journalist.
Yes, he was asked.
So
if he knows the slogan or if he can sing the anthem.
So is that how low this country has sunk? Is that some of the reasons why you have decided to?
Yes.
Is that because you realize that the right questions are not being asked?
No. To see the quality of an individual, you have to pose the right questions to them. So if you're asking them questions that seems to undermine, you're not going to get anything out of them. So I feel like some of the questions are purposed to discredit his credibility to be a candidate.
To sweep their feet off.
I'm not here to speak for him. I don't even know him. I've never met him. But I'm only citing as a typical example of some of the problems we have in our media.
I am even surprised.
Don't be surprised, is that?
I'm surprised. So let me ask you. So you seem to be very passionate about Ghana.
I am passionate about Ghana.
When did you leave Ghana, by the way?
Oh, very long time ago.
Very long time. No, specifically how many years? You've been coming anyway, so you haven't left.
2004.
2004 till
yes.
now. Jesus, that's about it.
I sold.
10 damn years, yeah?
Yeah, no,
Is it 10?
No, almost 20.
That's 20 years. Exactly 20 years.
Yes.
But you've been going and coming, so
yes.
I don't find in you. I don't find you new, and I don't think anything.
No, I'm very aware of my country.
Too new to you, yeah. And what kind of Ghana did you know, which you are not seeing today? For which matter you are making so
Let
much
me make it busy.
And follow me up. Yes.
Let me make it basic. The Ghana I knew is that even before I left this country, the Ghana was not becoming the Ghana I see it to be. The Ghana I knew when I was a child going to school is the Ghana that you're on your way to school, you hear the national anthem, you stop. Without anybody asking your question, you stop. But that is not part of our behavior. It's not in our bloodline anymore. So how do you expect the country to be?
So what kind of future do you expect for this country?
The challenge I have is when I have discussion with people, they say the country is broken beyond measure.
Come on.
Right, okay. So then I give them a counter argument to say, if you tell me the country is broken, there's nothing out of the country. You're telling me you as an individual, you're broken.
You're broken, yeah.
Because the expression of the country is the people. So if we all go on the tangent of saying, oh, the country is beyond redemption, then you are saying you as an individual is beyond redemption.
If we all go in despair, then...
For that alone, I believe that the country is not beyond redemption.
Okay.
And sometimes, of course, people say that I'm too...
optimistic?
No, I should be harsh. I've gone to places that things are working. For instance, DVLA, the head office I've been before, and I went again yesterday, it's beautiful. Smooth. That is proof positive that Ghana can work if you want it to work.
If we want it to work.
Yes.
On your program, severally I've watched you. There's this man, is it Hinkis or what? Economic something.
Professor Hank.
And Professor Hank, okay. He seems to be your target anytime he talks about Ghana. Why?
No, he's not my target. He's not my target.
But you don't seem to be happy.
Now, I'm not happy with him because he can't sit in America and tell us how to run our economy. Now, one thing we should understand is that whether you agree with me or not, the Western economy and economics is skewed against Ghana and Africa for that matter.
Oh, I agree.
The Western economy and economics is put us in a place where I call it economic servitude. It doesn't benefit us. If we get anything out of it, 1%, we should be clapping. So if he sits America and tell me how my leaders are not working well, I said, no, don't tell me.
But you are saying the same leaders are not working well. So
yeah, it's not his call. He should not be telling me.
He's not telling
me. He was having a go at our leaders. He was giving them names. He was insulting them. He insulted the high-profile individuals in this country. And I said, he should not do that.
So he's seeking to undermine your...
I, as a Ghanaian, I have the rights to challenge my leader. But he sitting in America have no rights to tell my leader how to.
Your leaders go to them to...
Yeah, that's the problem.
And take the
right there, that is the problem. That is the problem.
Listen to this one. I never need nobody to teach me how to talk, you see?
That's the problem.
Our people need everybody anytime to teach them.
Oh yes, even when Vice President Kamala Harris came here, he said America have decided to institute a resident advisor.
Come on.
Somebody I called a resident tax master. Why should we have a resident advisor from America?
So it's not Hanks, Professor Hanks.
It's not him alone, no.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that he puts out these inflation figures that are questionable to me.
Questionable in what sense? Positively or negatively?
It's just
it's deceiving.
It's
us.
wild and extreme.
So voodoo,
because
voodoo,
because when you go to the International Economics website, what even they present as Ghana's inflation, Professor Hanson is out of alignment. I call it out of alignment inflation figures.
Out of alignment?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm not an economist, but my common sense tells me is that this guy is trying to make trouble in my country. That's what I'm saying.
You are a common sense sonomics.
It's simple. Common sense takes you far.
All right. So, I think I asked this question. So, what are you in this country now?
What am I?
Are you doing? What are you in this country now doing?
What am I?
What are you doing now? In this
To make my difference.
Okay, so you are here. So you are here to implement all the kind of noise and shouts you've been shouting at our people, raining.
I don't even shout at my people.
Raining
I don't shout at anybody.
Raining
I speak with passion that I know.
Venom, yes, passionate venom at them.
Not at them. I present my case for you to analyze if it's factual, if what I'm saying is right or not. I don't accuse anybody. I ask questions. I ask intelligent questions. For instance, we have broken roads. Okay, we have people questioning the policing. Sometimes the roads alone are not enough, are in a condition that the police cannot do their work. If you call for emergency, which road are they going to drive in the community?
Of course.
Some of them, they can't get there.
For me, you seem to be very balanced when you are on your
show. So it's neither against this person or that person. Okay. No, it's just the facts of the matter.
The things are not there.
It's a fact.
We are not, so which means we are not managing the country well.
I agree with you.
What if we invite you to come, stay home, and let's work?
I am home.
Stay home, boss.
Yes.
Stay home.
Yes.
If I say come and stay home, I'm not talking about, visit home. Come on, what are you talking about? Stay home, and let's do it together. And I'm ready to put my shoulder to the wheel. What do you say to that?
I said, let's do it.
So, I think you haven't got a return visa. Return ticket. Do you?
That's not a problem. Even if I have a return ticket, I can stay. No, look, gentlemen, this is the issue. One, we are wonderful people. We are excellent people. This is the disposition of the hot seat. Ghanaians, we are strong. We are intelligent. We are smart. Not only that, natural resources we have, human resources we have, academic resources we have it. All we need is to put it to work. Create a situation where these things can work. Yes, it's extreme when you say it is not working because some areas are working. As I cited, DVLA have been there. It looks beautiful, and not only is it beautiful, the systems they have established and instituted are functioning.
DVLA.
But the fact still remains that as a country, we have infrastructural deficits across board. From health sector, education, even you know that there are some children they don't have classroom.
It is serious. We have a program called schools under trees or trees under schools.
Whatever you want to call it.
I think there's a tree. Schools under trees, yeah.
Right.
And there was a time. You see that parliamentarian who interchanged it to school. Trees under schools. Yeah. That has even been ingrained in me. So sorry for that.
No, it's okay.
Schools under trees.
Schools under trees. Why that? Some we can't even put up a small wooden bridge for them to cross a river and go to school. So they have to swim through it and go to school and swim back. See, these are basic things. Sometimes it's negligence because it's not beyond our ability or resources.
Okay, so let me ask you. When you came down and there was a serious. It was a heavy downpour, and when you called me, you were crying somewhere for. Were you entangled in some place where
the team I'm working with, Kaswa, yes, there's this issue they can't come back or go back because
you've witnessed the temperature of a naked fire yourself.
No, I had a conversation about this before when we had the last flood that we had when Kanishi was covered and people were even driving jet skis on the
jet ski.
Yes, there's a video of it. We were flying, we were riding jet ski in Accra.
God damn it! I never saw that.
No, it's real.
Oh, really?
I don't make up stories.
Okay, you know, when I see, you know, yeah, you are far. My thinking is, he's far away, and then where did he get this thing from?
That's how interested am I in
yes,
my country.
Because I realize that your eyes are, I think your eyes are more in the country than
anything else.
Oh, come on.
You know, for instance, there was most recent communication I read online where he says one of the ECG bosses said that transformer was overloading. That's why they are switching people off.
You are very good.
I was fuming in my seat because, and I said, "What do you mean? If one transformer is overloading, there should be some that are not overloading. This is why it's a network. Even if it's a radial net system, it's not a mesh system. These networks are connected. So it's two things. It's either the engineers are lazy and not, we call something phasing. They are not phasing their cables whereby they can just switch without the need to things to go off, or he doesn't know what he's talking about, because if one transformer is overloaded, another is there, you can shift loads without the need for customers going off. The only instances where you can just take supply is when it's frequency issues, when it's emergency issues. So is he saying that the loading is got to emergency levels? Okay, why did we allow it to get to emergency level? So and I've not heard that there is shortage of energy, i.e. generation. So why are we having erratic energy supply?
So you are telling us, from what I know,
I can go into details, but I don't know how much time you have for me.
I want you to go into that. You see, you are an energy person.
Yes.
Electricity person.
Yes.
I have to say that for true because I know
I am.
And
when it comes to network management and operations, that's my expertise.
What do you think is wrong with our electricity supply, where there's overload here, there's doom here, there is saw here, there's something else somewhere? I hope you understand doom saw.
I know doom saw, yeah, so on and off. Anyhow,
how can we fix that?
The painful is so pathetic that electricity is the backbone of the economy.
Everything.
And I hear people cry when every time those that cannot buy these noisy generators, because this thing has developed into noise nuisance, noise pollution, because everybody has to put on some generator just to keep going. You know, there was a place I was staying where I have to put on the generator. I can't sleep.
So in a way, you are saying that what they are telling us that something is overloaded, something is underloaded. It's all
okay. The question I want to ask the man is it the grid transformer that is overloaded, or is the distribution transformer that is overloaded? Okay, we have those grid transformers for how many years? What was our focus and plan? In electricity, normally we install them with redundancy.
Okay, so that there can be more.
Yes, there's room for the network to grow. So why did we allow the network to outgrow itself? So we did not invest into infrastructure.
So you are not just a media person, you are a technical person.
I am very technical.
Electricity.
Yes, that's why I'm analytical in my questioning.
So when anybody approaches you,
yes,
that bring your expertise.
If that be asking, I say yes, I'm ready. I'll give you.
Oh God. So does it mean that we have left our people with good expertise there, and some of them don't even come out, or you are even being benevolent?
Yes, the reason I speak to people, the reason they don't want to come is, for instance, the frustration of getting things done. For instance, I went to one office yesterday. I don't want to mention it. We're seeking information, and because this manager is not there, the rest of the people in the office seems like this office is shut down because manager is not there. But there were staffs there.
I see.
And they are not allowed to do anything. Even complimentary card of this manager, so they said it's confidential. But this is a public relations office.
Oh, I'll tell you something. In this country, it's surprising. Even myself, it surprises me. You ask of somebody's number, then the person tells you, then I have to ask him first. And I'm like, the person is a public figure, and everybody has to speak to him for him to get problems solved. You say you need to ask him. Some of them even tell you that, oh, he wants us not to give his number, and I'm like, oh.
So that means that that person, that he or she is not ready to work.
Of course.
He just assumes the title, and when I was in that office, at the time I was in the office, it was not even 3 o'clock.
And you know what happens? Sometimes
these are some of the government offices, and some of them were already done.
And
yes,
you know,
these are my testimony of going from places to place yesterday.
Let me tell you something. And you see, the secretaries and the so-called front desk people who try to tell you that, oh, their boss has given them warning not to share any. They are like, excuse me. They are like people who were favored. They are not there on merit, so they fear their bosses so much. And when you go to some other place, front desk people will frustrate you. You'll be surprised.
But you see, in the midst of all this, I looked and I realized the workforce want to work because some of them were helpful. They go extra mile.
But the bosses,
some even have to call them.
The bosses
and at one point, the gentleman has the business card of this boss. But the boss told this gentleman not to give me the complimentary card, but to write his number on a paper for me. I said, what if
you get it lost?
So I asked.
So that when you get it lost, then okay.
Yeah, that's it, I'm done. So I asked myself, what is on that paper, that business card, which is the number and the address where I was anyway? So what is so confidential about the business card?
Anyway, let me do a few dedications before we go on. We will go on. We will come back after maybe about 5 more minutes.
Ghana must work. Ghana must work. I say so. Ghana must work.